guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. This is a challenge video and must be shared if you're in the challenge, and also share it if you're not in the challenge. I'd really appreciate it. So, first of all, today's video is actually going to be how to set up your own fitness or weight training program. Now, this is going to take us a little bit of time, so get out a pencil, get out a paper, and we're going to go through a couple different ways of looking at this, but hopefully I get all of your questions answered by the time this video is over. I'd say give us about 15-20 minutes, set a little time aside, and also in the description below, I want to know which one you picked, because I'm going to cover 3 different types of training programs, and I'd like to know what you are going to start doing to implement it in your personal life, as far as like which one are you going to do, what days are you going to pick, what works best for you. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to cover is, first of all, assess what you're actually trying to do. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to lean out? Are you trying to build muscle? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to build mass? Are you trying to reduce your muscle? What is it that you're trying to do? Are you trying to run a marathon? What are you trying to do? Because that is going to designate what type of training program you're going to be building for yourself. Obviously, I can't do that because I'm over here. Unless you message me and maybe we could work something out. I can make a little money on the side. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. But seriously, I'm going to start doing this professionally, and I think it's really good that you are able to do it for yourself, at least get a general perspective of what it means and what your goals are. So if you're wanting to be a marathon runner, you probably want to, I don't know, incorporate cardio or something like that. And that's pretty obvious, but you know what I mean? Like, it really matters what type of approach you're going to be taking in consideration for what you're actually going to be shooting for as far as goals are concerned. Now, the other thing that number two is you need to go in the gym if you're not familiar with the gym and try all the machines out. Take a list, take pictures, do whatever you got to do, okay? You could take a list and say, this is what this machine, because they're all going to tell you how to use them. They're all going to have information on them. Write down the name, say, yes, I like this machine, or no, I don't like this machine. Go through literally every gym, every machine in the gym to be able to find what you do and don't like. Because, let's be honest, there's a lot of leg machines, and about 25-30% of them I cannot stand getting on them. Not only because I don't feel comfortable doing it, but it's just not a natural way that my personal body is moving. Also, another thing that you need to pay attention for is if any of the machines cause you any pain, you need to be putting that on your list. Hey, this is a machine to avoid. So that when you actually implement your training program, once you've built it, you're not jumping around and saying, oh crap, this machine sucks, oh this machine's no good, blah 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 blah. You need to get this stuff out of the way immediately before you waste time in the gym while you're actually trying to get started on your training program that you've created. Number 3 is a big part of a lot of people's mistake is not implementing all body parts. So if leg day sucks to you, what are you going to do less of? Leg day. You're not going to want to do leg day, right? So your training plan is going to be like chest, shoulders, abs, chest, shoulders, abs, chest, shoulders, abs, chest, shoulders, abs. Okay, so that's bad. Your body needs to build equally. You need to give your body time to rest. You need to give, if you do legs on Monday, you shouldn't be doing them till like Wednesday again. You have to give each and every body part a proper amount, and some of the bigger muscles have less of a recuperation time. They have no problem because you're constantly walking on your legs. Your legs seem to recuperate a little bit faster. And don't obviously go super heavy when you start any training program. That is just complete side note. Don't go crazy because you're going to get discouraged, especially leg day. If you go in there crazy and do some nutso squats and you can't sit down to take a crap the next day, you're not going to want to go back to the gym, okay? This takes time. Build up. You have all the time in the world. It's no hurry. It's okay. Take it easy. 4, Workouts can be split up so many different ways. You can make a training program 100 million ways. As many as there are numbers, you could make training programs. So don't think I'm limited, I can only do this, I can only do this. Jonathan said I can only do this. No, I'm just giving you a base point and some 3 different ideas, 3 different types of training programs that you can follow. You can literally do whatever you want, okay? Make it fit and suit your needs. Your goals, whatever you want to achieve is most important. This is your training program. It really doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm passing on the knowledge to you. You can break free and do what you feel and what suits you best. Okay, let's get into talking a little bit about the different types of training programs. These 3 that I'm going to cover with you real quick are pretty common, and I've used personally all 3 of them. I would say one I like a lot, and one I'm currently doing, and one I really don't enjoy at all. So the first one is a 4-day split. You basically work out for 4 days straight, and then you're off for 3. The next one is 6 days all the way straight through. The next one is 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, and then added in a cardio day during the weekend. That would be the least. Now here's the thing. These are going to be designed in different ways. You can obviously load them all up the same way. Personally, I think which one is the most effective is going to be the 6 days on, the one I'm currently doing. And the reason I say that is because you're able to hit each muscle group 2 times within 1 week. Therefore, further stimulating each muscle group intensely and progressing much quicker. The 4 days, here's the thing, you're packing in a ton of workouts into a short period of time. And then you almost get super lazy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're not in the gym, you're tired, you're just like blah. Monday comes, you don't really have it, whatever. But it's up to you. If you want 3 days off and you just want to nail it for 4 days, a lot of people love that. That's perfectly fine. And then the 2 days on, 1 day off, a lot of people are huge proponents on this. 2 days, big days, and then rest. 2 days, big days, and then rest. And then like throw in a cardio or some type of day during the weekend. If you want, you don't really have to. But they say that's the best way to be able to cycle it. But to be honest, if you're doing the 6-day split, you're giving your body, each muscle group, 2 days to heal, and then working on a different type of muscle group. So it really depends on what you want to do, what works best for you, and what type of motivation you have to be able to achieve your goals. But that's the 3 plans we're going to cover, and I'm going to give you a basic overview of what those entail. Alright, you still with me? Wake up. We got stuff to talk about here. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple things real quick before we dive into the actual plans and the training ideas. The things that I want to cover first are you need to be working complementing muscles. A lot of the times, it took me years to understand what this meant. And now, I don't know if that's an actual term, that's probably just a term I came up with. But if you're working back, what are you doing? Now, you probably can't see me, but if I'm doing back, say I'm doing anything. Say I'm doing a lat pull and I'm pulling down. Do you see an exercise, or do you see a muscle that would be working as well? What would be tensing up? My biceps. Back and biceps go together. Chest. Okay, so I'm doing chest. I'm doing chest. What would you think that would be activated while I'm doing chest? Chest and triceps. Chest and triceps are going to go together on the same day. Back and biceps are going to go together on the same day. And there's not really other muscle groups that can go together. You could throw like shoulders and abs because, I don't know, they're not really oriented in any way, shape, or form. But they're both pretty easy workout days. The one day that I would be careful with loading too much extra on would be leg day. Now, leg day for me specifically is pretty freaking strenuous right now. I went through leg day. I'm actually hurting quite a bit. My back is hurting. Everything's hurting. Everything's hurting because leg day kicked my butt. But you might not be doing squats. You might not be doing deadlifts. You might not be doing stiff-legged deadlifts. You might not be doing leg presses. You may be just doing like leg extension, legs curls, calf raises, donkey kicks and stuff like that. You might be doing something totally different. So you could potentially add on something else depending on what and you may have something injured. Your leg might be injured, or you might have a bad hip or something, so you don't really go too heavy on leg day or something like that. So keep that in mind. That might be a day that you could actually possibly, according to your plan, incorporate something else, and that's perfectly fine. One more side note before we get started. I'm trying to cover everything I can because we won't have time at the end of the video to cover it. Cardio needs to be, and just hear me out, cardio needs to be split up from your workout in the essence of do your muscle training first, do your cardio training afterwards. And the reason I say that is because if you get on the treadmill and you run 10 miles, you are not going to have an effective muscle building weight training workout. It's just not going to happen. Your strength training is going to completely fall apart. I want you to tax out yourself on the building the muscle and working out and actually getting something from it. And then once your body has hit the fat burning zone pretty much because you've been working out for 30-45 minutes an hour, then go give it all you got, rest on the cardio. Now, I said hear me out because this is important that you understand this. You're probably going to say, well John, you told me to do cardio in the morning before I hit the gym or whatever. Okay, fasted cardio is something completely different. I have told you, and I do stand by that. If you're doing fasted cardio in the morning, it's important to make sure you don't eat in the morning, do your fasted cardio, and and then I would eat my meal right after that. And then if you want to do workouts right after that, I would wait a little while, give your body some time to recuperate, get that meal in it, and then go do it. And the reason you're doing fasted cardio, obviously, if you're doing it, you probably know why you're doing it. Otherwise, what are you doing? Fasted cardio, the theory is you have nothing in your body and you're actually burning fat instead of like carbs and sugar and stuff. So much on Atkins or anything like that, you really don't have to worry too much because you don't really have any sugar or carbs inside your system. But what you do have can affect it, so fasted cardio can be a really good thing. Let's go get started. Okay guys, sorry, I'm trying to get this as clear as possible. I hope you guys can see everything. So this is going to be the first example, is going to be, as you can see right up here, the 4-day split. Okay, so first of all, the first thing that you want to do when you're creating a training program is remind yourself every day to go ahead and do a 5-minute warm-up. Whatever it is, if you like to jog, if you like to walk, if you like to bike, if you like to do jumping jacks, step-ups, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so going in right into the first day, we have, as you can see, the 4-day split is going to be, I didn't put it on here, but it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you're going to work out for 4 days and then 3 days off. Now, basically, what this is, and you can split this up. You can say I could do Monday, Tuesday, break Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. You can split this up any which way you want, whatever works best for you. So like for Monday, for example, let me write on here Monday so we don't get confused. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And this is obviously just an example. Now I picked legs and abs. Abs is a pretty easy thing to usually incorporate depending on where you're at on your fitness level, but you probably won't be able to do too much. Don't overkill the abs for no reason. But legs specifically I picked, and you're probably thinking, well, it's International Chest Day. Exactly. You don't want to be trying to get on a chest machine on Monday because everybody else is on it. Legs will be completely open usually. Legs, so this is how it would work. Okay, you want to stimulate each body part in all kinds of different ways. Okay, so First, I would say, and I didn't really put these in order, but basically if I'm working a quadricep, I want to completely deplete all the energy in the quadriceps, then I want to move to the hamstrings, then I want to move to the calves and the glutes and different areas as much as possible to be able to burn out that muscle group and then move on to the next one. I didn't really do that here, but you get the idea from me saying that. 4 sets of squats. First set of the day, by the way, should be 2 warm-up sets for a muscle group. Okay, so if I'm doing legs, the first 2 sets of my squats before this, so I should have an additional 2 sets up here, should be light. Not super light, but going through the motion. If you're lifting normally 100 pounds on squats, do about 50, then the second set do 75, then get up to your working weight so you can warm up the muscle. 4 sets of squats, 9 to 11 reps. Then you're going to go to, obviously you wouldn't go straight to this, you would go to the leg press, 3 sets, 9 to 11 reps. Then you would go to the leg extension, 3 sets, 9 to 11 reps. Then obviously you would do straight-legged deadlifts, hamstrings, 3 sets, 9 to 11 reps. And then here you would do leg curls, again for the hamstrings, 3 sets, 9 to 11 reps. And then you would cruise over here because you got the calves, you got to still work on those. Calves, 3 sets, 9 to 11 reps, sitting calves. This is standing, sitting, as you can see. And then you go to the abs, 3 sets of 25 crunches, 3 sets of leg lifts of 25 each. Okay, so the next thing, now this is just showing you, obviously I could probably scan this and put this in the file section of the group Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, but I mean you could probably just frame it and print it out yourself. Chest and triceps would be the next day because I told you to group these together. So you do flat bench, and obviously I said 2 normal setups, just the lower weight, and then you go into 3 sets, 9 to 11. Dumbbell flies, because those are all, and that's going to be a flat bench. Dumbbell flies are going to be 3 sets, 9 to 11 reps. That's working the main part of the chest, the mid chest. Then you're going to go to incline bench. Do that. Then incline flies, that's going to work the upper chest. Then you're going to do a decline. Decline has another set because I don't want you to be doing decline dumbbell raises or anything like that. You end up hurting yourself or jack up your shoulders or something like that, especially for newcomers. I would just say decline's probably going to be plenty. And a lot of you may not even be incorporating these type of exercises, but I'm just giving you an idea. When you work the body part, if I work the hamstring, I want to work it a few times. I don't want to just work it once. I want to also have an agenda, something like this written, obviously more clear to where you can schedule on the side of it. I'll put a link in the description below for some workout journals because these are going to be absolutely crucial. If you can see, you're not going to remember you lifted 180, 160, 140, 120, blah, 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 blah. You might remember the next day, half of it, but you're not going to remember it all. So stop lying to yourself. It's not going to work. Triceps, push down, overhead, skull crushers, okay? Then the note, before, down here, I put a note. You can't see it, I'll scroll down. The note down here, chest before triceps, or your strength will be gone for chest. Okay, so whatever the bigger part is that you're doing, like if it's on back and biceps, you want to do the back first, because if you do biceps first, you're never going to be able to tax the back out. The back is unbelievably difficult to get worked, just like the chest, and it will not happen if you work your triceps or biceps first, so please do not make that mistake. Scrolling back up, the next day, back and biceps, we got lat pull down, 4 sets. You start up with the 2, so you're going to have a total of 6. 9 to 11 reps. Close grip lat pull, which is when it's the lat pull when your arms or your hands are together versus the apart above the head for the lat pull down. Barbell row, which is like bent over row. 3 sets, 9 to 11. And your variations as far as like any of this can vary depending on where you're at on your fitness program, so please keep that in mind. Shoulder shrugs, because you want to go ahead and work the traps, part of the back. Biceps, incline, and I say specifically incline because it's the most awkward thing to do, but believe it or not, it's the hardest thing to do. With incline bicep curls is like the weirdest exercise, but it's a very isolation exercise, and if you do it correctly, it's a good way to get those biceps ready, revved up, the blood pumping, and ready to go for the next exercise. And I want you to do as much as you can on those isolation exercises. Next is the hammer curls. 3 sets, 9 to 11. Barbell curl, 3 sets, 9 to 11. Drag curl. I would Google that, but that's literally my favorite exercise on the planet. It's an amazing exercise for biceps. Next, Thursday, over here, you see, because we got legs and abs, chest and triceps, back and biceps, this program's only working exercises, body parts, once a week, okay? So these are going to be some pretty significant days, but as you can see, we don't have any body parts left. We got legs and abs, chest and triceps, back and biceps, shoulders, and whatever you want to improve on. So if your legs suck, if your chest sucks, if your triceps suck, whatever it is, go ahead and add in that item. So with shoulders, military press, you can Google any of these exercises, or we can go through them at a later date. Dumbbell press, then side lateral, front raises, face down on the bench to work the back, the rear deltoid. Then into, if it's your booty that you want to improve, because you got, if you're a girl, the booty, go for donkey kicks, barbell inversions, weighted hip raises, or just hip raises in general. Like somebody asked a question, and I get this a lot. Chicks will say this constantly. I want to lift weights and I want to get toned, but I don't want to look like Hulk or She-Woman or She-Ra or whatever. Okay, so it's not going to happen. Okay, you will see the occasional girl that is pretty swole, and she worked her literal butt off for that. Okay, women a lot of the times to get that size have to do literally anything they possibly can in order to increase that. Women naturally do not have the same testosterone levels or the ability to build mass as quickly as men do. I'm promising you, if you exercise and if you weight train and if you do your cardio and you eat right and everything, and you're not eating a caloric plus of 3,000 or 4,000 calories with squatting 500 pounds, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. So please don't think that that is going to happen. First of all, if you have weight to lose, focus on losing the weight first. Don't worry about the fact that you're going to look like She-Ra. It's not going to happen. Okay? Let's go on to the next plan. So this is our 6-day workout plan, aka what Johnny's probably doing right now. So this is kind of like basically like what I'm following right now, and I'm not going through putting all the exercises in each one, just because we covered some exercises and I think you get what I'm saying there. Now this is a 6-day on, 1-day off program. Pretty tiring, okay? But this is going to get you the maximum amount of results, and the reason for that is if you see legs, break, legs, chest, break, chest, back, break, back, triceps, and so on. So you're always going to be, no matter what I'm doing here, I'm always working my body parts at least twice in the week, okay? Now, this is not my exact program or anything like that, but it gives you a pretty good understanding of exactly what I'm saying as far as a 6-day split. I feel it's the most tiring, but also the most effective, also the quickest amount of time in and out of the gym. I have gotten it down to 42 minutes exactly on the money that I can go from start to finish and be out of that gym, which in my mind, my friend, is extremely fast and very nice and quite effective. No matter how hard the workout is, I'm in and out in 45 minutes with cardio in my workout. So Monday looks like legs, hard. I don't want to put anything else hard with legs, okay? Whatever your heavy day is, try to put something light or nothing at all. It doesn't matter, because the important thing is, even if you had legs and chest or something like that, yeah, maybe you could work out both in one day. Yeah, you got the energy, cool, I understand, but you're not going to have full effect on legs, full effect on chest if those are both big days of yours. So please keep that in mind. Match up, you know, chest, triceps, heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, light. So please keep that in mind. And I'm not saying go lightweight on this, I'm just saying it's a mix of exercises. So keep that in mind. Tuesday, chest and triceps. Wednesday, back and biceps. Thursday, legs and abs. Friday, chest, triceps, shoulders. And then Saturday, back, biceps, and abs. And with my specific plan, as you may be wondering why there's no cardio in here, I'm actually doing a cardio acceleration program. So in between each set, I don't rest. I actually go from my set into cardio and then back to my set. So I'm doing cardio in between each set for exactly 1 minute, which is actually pretty freaking tough. I'm sweating my booty off in the gym the whole time, but it's very effective. This is actually really a very liked program for a lot of people. I would say the first one that people like is the 4 days, and then they get the 3 days off because, let's be honest, they don't have to be at the gym for 3 days. That is the non-gym lovers program. And this one is nice because a lot of people like the rest in between. They can go really heavy, they get a break, really heavy, heavy break. So Monday would look like chest, triceps, abs. Tuesday, back, biceps, shoulders, and then off. And then Wednesday would be like legs, abs. Thursday would be basically pick 2 body parts that you want to work on. So are you weak on your chest, are you weak on your shoulders, or something like that. And then maybe if you can, if you're trying to get rid of some extra weight and you want to do like some rested cardio or something like that, Saturday could be like a day for cardio or something like that. So that kind of looks, that's kind of what that 2 on, 1 off, 2 on program looks like. Okay, so that's basically covering the entirety. I hope I didn't take too long. I hope you guys liked our video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I think I gave you enough information to go ahead and start your own workout programs. But please, 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 if you do not have a journal or something like that, and I would be very specific. I have a binder that I work on every single day. This is not something that you can take and just run off with it. If you're looking to build muscle, if you're looking to get gains of any kind, you need to track your progress. If you're lifting 5 pounds this week, in a month you should be lifting 10 pounds. If you're lifting 5 pounds this week, maybe next week you can lift 10 pounds. And if you happen to lift 10 pounds next week, try for 15 the next week. So you always have to be tracking your progress, or else you're not going to see significant gains. It's important that you don't just go in the gym and wildly not know what you're doing. Create your own training program, and you will be far more effective than just walking in the gym, sitting on your cell phone, updating that you're at the gym, doing absolutely nothing, because that's what you're doing if you don't have a plan. Remember, if you plan to fail, or if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So get with the program. Check in the links in the description below. I will put the best weight training program, the weight training tracking, like notebooks and stuff like that, so you can go ahead and set up your own program in those and follow them. Please, please, please track your measurements, because your body's changing. Don't rely on the scale, okay? Do not be a slave to the scale. Your body's density, the amount of space you take up in the world, will become smaller, and it's important that you know that. You guys have a beautiful day. Be stronger than excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. If you're new here, please check us out on Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. It's our Facebook group. The link will be in the description below. Peace.
Impossible is a word found only in a dictionary of fools.